Hello. I just wanna. Sorry about that. I had to hurry up and take my medical meds. Um, I started feeling all woozy and not medically okay. Um, so we're just gonna let that work, let that kick in, then I'm gonna get back talking. Um, anyway, um, it was from here to here and down to my right side, which is I showed y'all. So I felt a little woozy, so I had to stop the video because I was feeling a little woozy. So I hurried up, took my medical meds, and I should be back to being all right. um, all right. Excuse me. But I'm gonna speak from the heart right now. My name is Ernest Thomas. In a month and a half, it's gonna be my 31st birthday. Um, I just want to say that for the past years, Miss Coleman, aka Janet Coleman, because there's too many Colemans out here. Um, she put 5 false PPOs, known as restraining orders, on me, and she put 6 false psyche veils on me. I've been taking my medication as prescribed by my doctor. Um, she has lied on me to her mother, Diane Travis. She has, she has, you know, her family has caused me tremendous stress. Miss Travis said I use things as excuse. Um, but I'm gonna tell y'all my blood pressure the day I went to the ER. Cause it was that long ago that I went to the ER, which is known as the emergency room, for hypertension and some other stuff that Miss J. Coleman and her family has caused me. I'm trying to find that paper. And sometime next month, I'm giving me a paper organizer. I guess we just go off of this one. The first time when I called 911, let me give y'all the date. March 17th, 2026. My blood pressure was 160 over 100 pulse. I believe that's pulse. 126. Hold on. Sorry, I'm not too familiar with the this medical stuff. Okay, heart rate was 100, 106. All right. It was 160 over 100, and then when they checked it the second time, it was 159 over 107. So my blood pressure was high due to stress that Jay Coleman and her family has caused me. This was on March 17th, 2026. And I wound up going to the hospital an hour later because it remained high. Because they don't communicate with me, but yet they quick to gossip behind my back, to speak false about me to other people. I did nothing but great things for Coleman, for Jay Coleman, and everybody. Her mother, Diane Travis, she basically, after all the hard work that I have done for her house after the passing of my grandpa, she only let me use her car to clean out her house. And say, instead of saying, what, due to your hard work for the past three and a half weeks, you can have it. But instead of her saying that, she just let me use it to clean out her house and all that stuff after the passing of my grandpa. I believe that good behavior should be rewarded. And she did not reward me. She basically, if I need the car, I'm gonna let you know. So basically, she called the oopty. Like, you know what? No, mom. I'll have it ready and you can take it back. So I had it ready and she came and got it. Cause, she got 2 other grandsons. I lifted heavy stuff. I received splinters, pokes due to nails. It was crazy for the past 3.5 weeks. But I made it through it. And the only thing she did was throw an attitude at me. And I'm pretty sure Grandpa is frowning at Miss Travis right now. Because I dedicated 3.5 weeks from removing, lifting, pushing, pulling. Diane Travis still, she is ungrateful. And she's a reverend in Toledo, Ohio. She is ungrateful because my behavior for those 3 suffering weeks was left unknown. I had asthma and I was breathing in dust. I was choking on dust while fixing her room, which is her room now. I was choking on dust during the whole 3 weeks. Tense 3 weeks. She could have said, you know what? Due to your hard work, you can have the car. She got 3 vehicles my grandpa's truck, their Lincoln, which is in the grass, the Oopty, and 2 other Lincolns. So she got 2, 4, 5. She got 5 vehicles. One person. Who would need 5 vehicles? That's called being greedy. That's greedy. And I don't care that she watched this. She's greedy. Because I'm going to post this. And Grandpa and Uncle Tito is not happy. And it's not pleasing to God the way Miss Travis is acting towards me after a tense renovation of her room after the passing of my grandpa. So God is not pleased because she used me. Do you understand how bad that made me feel? Being used. I dedicated. Because she made every excuse for her other 3 grandsons. She made excuse. I dedicated 3 half weeks. I was used. She used me. I'm not going to call her Reverend, although Toledo Ohio Church ordained her, but I'm not calling her no Reverend. She used me. And that's not pleasing to God. I had to get that off my chest. I wrote stuff down, but I'm gonna speak from the heart of how I feel. A few days ago, I did thorough cleaning of the yard. Jay Coleman accused me of stealing her mail. Jay Coleman opened my mail because I had a package, which was a new shirt. Jay Coleman opened my package, talking about I thought it was for me. It clearly stated my name, Ernest Thomas. Right on the label of the package, it said Ernest Thomas, and she said I thought it was for me. No, she opened it without my permission. I only told her when my package come, put it in my area. This was my area, but I sleep right there now, which I gotta clean up. Jay Coleman told her daughter, Fatima, that I called the police. I did it. Jay Coleman don't feed me. Well, they don't feed me. Which is her husband. They don't feed me. When they order stuff, they order it for them. They count me out. When I gotta go grocery shopping, I can carry on my shoulder. They got a GMC, a vehicle that they'll say, you know what? You go grocery shopping, I'll take you. They don't do that. Jay Coleman made a statement to her husband or to whoever, stated, I don't take my meds. I do. Just because I'm taking her presence don't mean I don't take it. I take it. Jay Coleman and her family, they condone the hatred that their family showed towards me. Jay Coleman and her husband kicked me out December 4th, 2025. And they're here in Adrian, Michigan. And so during a Christmas parade, slash lighting of the tree, as that got done, I showed back up at the house. Her husband made a statement that's crazy, basically calling me crazy. They ain't welcome me back in. They just told me that grandpa passed. So I just, I couldn't believe it, so I didn't believe them because they always lie. So they didn't welcome me back. So December 6th of 2025, they wind up welcoming me back. So those nights I stood at the hotel. So, and then Jay Coleman and her husband laughed at me out loud when Mo Thomas' wife, when I told about what took place at the church, Second Baptist, about Mo Thomas' wife showing up at the church crying out for help. Jay Coleman told Mo Thomas that her wife was telling everybody their business. No, she wasn't. I sat her aside. She was crying for help. So the pastor took her to the hospital where she, I guess, got the help she needed. And then Jay Coleman, well, I'm going to say I ain't scared of her. Janet Coleman, she talking about I play the system by telling them to let me go. No, mental health don't care. If you're ready, it's up to them to know that you are ready. Meaning they have to feel that you're ready to be discharged from the mental hospital. You can be ready, not ready, whatever. It's up to them. And then she brought up my past, this Janet Coleman brought up my past, talking about, you fought with the police, talking about, you don't want to go. This was a couple months ago. She brought up my past. Let's bring up her past. How she had an innocent person locked up. She had her ex-husband, Leonard Jasper, locked up on a bogus charge. She called the police after she followed Mr. Jasper into his room. This took place on Butler Street, the Yellow House on Butler Street. He walked away because she biting her tongue, yelling, basically crying wolf. He walked away into his room. Janet Coleman followed him with a kitchen knife. She locked the room. She locked the door behind him. Got on top of him with the knife pointed at him. Only how I know, because I looked through the crack of the door. My adrenaline got going. So I'm saying I gotta make entry. We're renting this house, so I gotta make entry without damage. I tried the outside door that leads to his room. Couldn't. I don't want to kick it in. So I went back inside, tried the inner door, that means the living room that connects to his room. So I made entry and I disarmed Janet Coleman, who had the kitchen knife. And she had Leonard Jasper arrested when she was aggressor. And then I'm pretty sure she gonna file a PPO stating that I'm using her name on social media because she did it before. Talking about he's calling me Janet on social media, which is not against the law and it's not a threat. You're allowed to say people's name on social media. But the judge, Anna Marie Anzalone, granted that bogus PPO. Talking about I got the PPO still. I got her complaint. It said he called me Janet on social media, which is not illegal and it's not a threat. You're allowed to use a person's legal first name. So I plan on filing I plan on filing a restraining order anyway on Monday. So, but to Toledo, Ohio, Diane Travis used me. She used me because I brutally worked in her house after the passing of my grandpa. I was so exhausted, but I continued to work to get her house in order. Diane Travis, the person y'all ordained, used me. After the hard, stressful work for those three and a half weeks, she used me. Y'all reverend used me. And then if she, since she brought up my past, we're gonna bring up hers. She let her sister, Janet Coleman, let her sister, Eugenia, beat me at the intersection of Maple and Broad years ago. She stopped in the middle of the road and let her sister, McLean, beat me. Not badly, but, I had a couple bruises. So, yeah. But that's the true facts. That's the trauma. That's the trauma that I live with. Because I believe that every hard work deserves to be rewarded. Now, Miss Travis got 5 vehicles. She could say, you know what? Due to your hard work and your consent, you can have it. She got 3 Lincolns, the old fashioned that her and my grandpa had together as teenage years, and she got the two newer ones, and she got grandpa's truck. So why does one person need 5 vehicles? See, my hard work in restoring her room, I was basically used. Because good behavior and hard work deserve to be rewarded. A real Christian would say, you know what? I don't need 5 vehicles. You like this car? You can have it. Her daughter is not walking. Her daughter has a vehicle. Her grandson is not walking. Her grandson has a vehicle. Her other grandson has a vehicle. I'm the only one walking to make ends meet. Well, to try to make ends meet. But I want everybody to know that's the truth behind my trauma. I took my meds. I'm relaxed. I'm gonna go ahead and post this so everybody will know the truth behind my trauma. And I was told by her husband, Miss Janet Coleman's husband, that I'm scared of Halima. Halima, I'm not scared of you. It's just I don't put my hands on females. I don't. He told me, Frank Coleman talking about I keep walking, I keep bagging back. Yeah, I don't hit females. I don't. No, that's not. It's ungodly, and I just don't put my hands on females unless it's to save their life. I don't put my hands on females. So God bless y'all. This is my trauma, part of my life. This video, which I'm going to post, I'm making too many videos, so I'm actually going to post this one. The time is 8:56 a.m. March 29th. March 29th, 8:56 a.m. 2026. I'm Ernest Thomas. See ya. God bless. That's half of my trauma life.